I'm still pretty green. And I still love being educated, but I've learned enough to give people the reference points that they might be looking for so that I can get them oriented and then disrupt that orientation at my will.
Right,
You know?
That's the reassurance you give the audience so that they'll trust you to go a little bit further with you.
Right. And then right when they're nice and comfortable, I'm like, here we go. You know?
That's funny. But you know what came to mind while you were saying that is, take for example a cover song.
Okay.
Now there's two basic ways to do a cover song, and that's exactly like it was done or with your own spin.
Right.
And so when you speak of music that doesn't have a place currently, I mean, let's face it, writing the song itself and then placing it into someone's hands, that someone is the vessel for that song. Mm-hmm. It's got to pass through that person before it gets delivered audibly to everyone else. So in order for that to happen and in order for that person to play it, they have two choices at that moment. Am I a vessel simply for the song the way it was written, or do I tell everyone how I view this song?
Now,
and then
wait,
once it passes through that person...
Let's be clear about this, though. I feel like I understand where you're going with this.
Yeah.
But I want to be clear about there's a difference between do I want to do it the way it was presented or the way it was written? Because people hear something in their head when they're writing it that is not... Or not. Sometimes you don't hear it in your head when you're writing a lyric, but some people do hear it in their head. Like, for example, I have a song on my new album. When I wrote it, I heard Tom Petty singing it. I will never sound like Tom Petty. You know, so when my body did, which is where I think you're going, when my body put it out there, like, it came out a certain way. It came out the Lily Lewis way. And then we produced it around the way my body presented it. If somebody were to cover that song, the last thing I would want them to do is try to do it the way my body did it. I want them to do it the way their body does it. And this is something that happens in classical singing too. A lot of students early on come in trying to sound like singers that they've heard before.
Yeah.
And they do all this contrived stuff to sound like a different singer. And it's the teacher's job to excavate their voice so that every time you go to sing an aria that's been around for a couple of 100 years, you're singing it in a singular body that's only been around for 20, 30 years.